Holy damn. Welcome back, guys. Take P here. So I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. It all started with the Backrooms videos. So I did a couple of reactions to the Backrooms videos. It went really well. And some of you guys recommended Minecraft horror videos. I didn't even know it was a thing. So I did some digging, and one of the most popular ones is this one here, searching for a world that doesn't exist. So if you enjoy this type of content, subscribe, drop a like, let me know. And if this video is good, I'll upload it. If it's too cringe, you're not going to see it. But with all that being said, guys, let's jump into Minecraft, searching for the world that doesn't exist.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built. Inside the mine is a chest that Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book that Avery...
So wait, this guy went into a new world in Minecraft and he found all this stuff, right? He found a book that he didn't make, all this stuff. Okay, I'm with you. I'm trying to keep going here. Go with me.
Did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
Okay, what
don't
crossroads
be fooled.
though?
It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching.
Is that like a secret hint? That's not to me. That's like Tom E, right?
It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left.
Okay,
At the
I'm waiting to see some crossroads.
don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers. And that's it. It seems impossible that a whole mine just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling, but the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it isn't coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher.
Okay, wait. Going from here, is this going to be like one of those cringe videos? Is this actually going to be like scary? You know what I mean? So far, it looks like it's done well. I'm just saying.
For it. So, is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video and a dead end? Not quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this
So that's
time
the code,
there
right?
is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link that when you enter takes you to a folder, and this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist.
Okay, got my curiosity.
Opening the video named Footage 1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this.
Cave.
Nothing weird, it's just a cave, and Avery walks in to begin exploring, until he stops and sees this.
What do you see, bro? I can't see anything but...
It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer, we can see what it is. Moss. And grass. This is immediately a red flag because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either. And when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not
so moss
natural,
can't grow in
but
here, right?
not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it.
See what?
A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is.
That tree
a
looks
tree
different to the
unlike
tree
any
I
other
remember.
oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree. And he does, with no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground. And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs and even more trees and even more moss.
So why is there all the moss
at one point.
Why is there all the moss and greenery down here, huh? Am I missing something? Why is this so freaky? Okay, it can't grow here, but
instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird. We've only seen stone. And
that's true.
I guess
Where's
he's
all
right.
the
walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite, or ores, but come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here. At some point, though, Avery's wish gets granted, and the cave turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger.
I'm trying to fully immerse myself here. Yeah, let's go.
Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
What we got, man? What we got? Holy damn. Jeez. Dude, even if someone did, look at this, man.
Avery stops for several long seconds, just taking
That's
everything
next
in.
level,
The room
dude.
is a giant cave of green, with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom.
Damage, bro.
He looks around in awe as he explores the chamber, and from closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees.
Those are
made
gates?
of spruce, mud, and oak. But the question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel at the center of the room.
Okay.
Avery walks through the mud brick tunnel, turning to glance behind him every few steps. But of course, nothing is there. The world is set to single player. At least,
paranoid.
it seems that way. Until this happens.
What happens? What?
Something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice.
That beat dropped though. And what went wrong? I didn't even notice.
But at the far edge of the tunnel, the
last pixel, the furthest dude, I can't see nothing. Okay, go.
Only been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking.
Oh, okay. That was complete darkness?
Another pair of torches is gone. I'm not scared of torches turning off.
I would be go. Bounce. Why are you waiting? Run, bro. That's not a good sign.
And then another. I don't know what kind of practical joke this is.
You would be out so fast. You wouldn't stand there.
But I already heard you in the...
That noise, dude. That noise. PTSD. Uh-oh. See, well, I told you should have ran. No jump scare, right?
I'm not scared of a game.
Oh, you're mad. You can hear his heartbeat. Dude, in the headphones, I'm hearing left and right. Okay, go. Time to go. Jump. Skadoosh. Bro, run from whatever's chasing you. Damn. How deep does this go? Wait, what? Hello? Echo? Uh-huh.
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared. But I felt
You wasn't scared? Bro, you were scared.
compelled. I've never felt like that in my life.
Compel ass, bro. You were trying to save yourself.
What is going on here? Things just went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds. This doesn't just happen on a normal world, but Avery did say he found this world on a computer he got from a storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure horror map. Case closed. Except it's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google Drive folder.
What's in the second?
If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin.
I was wondering why they were censoring the name at the side, like the whole time he was talking.
Almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching as Avery runs from whatever it is that's hiding in this world. Avery says he has to keep moving, even if he doesn't exactly know why, and the only way to go is down. Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation, he burrows himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight.
Dude, how claustrophobic would you be? That's like those cave divers, bro. I would never do that.
Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough space at the top.
Another thought, dude. Imagine it was like a giant whale or giant, like, shark. Oh, okay. Oh, shut up.
To get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls. Avery scans around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon tunnels as far as the eye can see.
Okay, just head straight up.
He hears it.
Dude.
The same
that noise goes right up your spine, right?
Sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again.
Okay, go. Did he just lock himself in? Smart.
Quieter, but still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. But now what? He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and hope it's correct. He scans the walls again, no obvious sign of which one to pick. So finally, he rolls the dice.
Terrifying. Big potato.
The tunnel leads to another junction, and again, after a slight hesitation, Avery goes left. The tunnel continues, getting narrower.
Smart.
And narrower.
I hope for my boy's sake there's an end.
Narrower. Until finally.
Oh. See light, man. The actual daylight, though. What? Are we back here?
He finds himself in the oasis.
Oasis, bro, this looks exactly the same.
Around the room, strangely almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as far as the eye can see. For a moment, he pauses. Before something snaps, and he crafts a bow to get
Before something snaps. He pauses for a moment. Before something snaps, and it's just like him rolling away.
to the center of the lake.
Go,
Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure,
Wow.
plugging it even further. If this thing comes through here again, it has to break that. But I
Dude,
need
we
to
haven't even seen it.
explore. He sails back to the edge of the lake. What it can't avoid doing is loading the chunk. Avery chops a few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple. Set a trap for the thing following him. But wait, did I
okay.
miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him? Sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it took me a second to figure
Eh?
out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost impossible to make out, but on
Did
a
I
few
miss something?
separate instances, while Avery was walking in that original
Did
cave,
I
he
miss
would
something?
randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could hear footsteps on the stone behind him. Stopping just a fraction of a second too late to be quiet. But okay, if something
Yeah, I wonder if you go back in the video, you can actually hear it.
is somehow really following Avery in a single player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal itself? Well, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like he said, he needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was gone. And then, whatever was following him
Dude, that's
would
smart.
be exposed. The trap is set. Now it's time to explore.
Okay, now we look around. Got his baked potato, we're off. Fully carved up. Let's move. What are we gonna find though? Okay, a lot of looking.
Avery
all-
walks through the trees, avoiding the lake so as to not load the chunk. Every inch of this place looks exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees. Everywhere he looks, there's nothing. Until, just in the corner of the screen,
Okay, I'm
there's
looking.
a sign. But it's hard to spot, and Avery doesn't
Damn,
seem to see
you would
it, and
miss
he
that.
keeps walking. Then he pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far. What?
thought you
Where?
said-
Third sign? I've only seen this one. But it turns
thought you
out
said you missed
he's
it.
right. Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in
No,
the
wait.
corners of the screen
I didn't
are
see any
two
of those
other
signs.
signs Avery crossed earlier in the recording, though he gave no indication at the time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all three signs. All
What
of
do they
them
say?
are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied, and he explains why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction. And he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs,
Oh my God,
you get
dude.
this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also pulls off this brilliant move, which you rarely see from these protagonists, by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of food. Absolutely genius. But with that said, he returns to the lake to check on his contraption.
At least it's kind of believable, right?
And nothing showed up. Items
Okay.
are still still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him,
Okay,
Avery
so we're
sails
good.
back,
Nothing's coming up.
presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before he does that, he opens up chat and says this. Something is here. What?
Bro, why would you say something like that? Why would you say something like that, bro?
How? Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat? What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me. But I'm not taking any chances. The grass block. When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded this chunk. I'm not scared, but my gut says to keep moving.
I didn't know that grass couldn't transfer to another one unless it was loaded. Okay. You gonna keep moving or are you scared still?
Maybe I am scared.
2 years later, dude. So now he got scared, but the lights in the tunnel didn't scare him. Like the doof 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 doof. Bro. Oh, we got some tunes.
The other sign was pointed head on.
Oh, what? I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Okay, let's see you. So we're just hunting at this point, right? Just looking. Okay. Huh?
Avery walks through a tunnel.
We finally found
A
something?
tunnel which quickly turns into a maze. And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end, Avery navigates through it.
Bro, the music is hitting. But we're stuck in a maze, right? Oh, smart. So he knows where he's been, huh? Okay. Come on, bro. I want bro to find the exit.
Avery is clearly smart. Smart enough to set a trap, and smart enough to set a backup. But whatever this thing is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel it entered from. Smart enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere. The whispers in this tunnel coercing him to enter the cave. The signs pointing to the secret entrance under the tree. Whatever this world is, it's leading Avery. But to what? We don't know. All we do know
See, we are getting
is
led
that
somewhere.
he isn't alone. And finally, Avery exits the maze
Finally,
into
bro.
another giant room with what looks like a cipher above a door, with 3 levers right in front of it. Avery stares up at it, says he'll need a pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him staring up at the code, deep in thought. From what I can see, the code atop the doorway looks something like this. It doesn't immediately remind me of
codes on
anything,
top of
and
codes.
plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either. Running each of the candidate ciphers just gives gibberish every single time. Whatever this code is, there's unfortunately no way that I, or Avery, can solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall, and then
He was probably trying to figure it out. Got it.
he gets it. Okay, I guess it was solvable. Avery says it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where two ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a code almost undecipherable. How Avery actually solved it with a pen and paper is beyond me, but the puzzle isn't over yet. There's still this gate, which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock, but instead of a pen and paper,
I want to
his
know what poem
solution
it was.
this time is a bit more, how do I put this? Efficient.
It's just gonna blow up. Unfortunately for you, I have a pickaxe. It's just gonna dig right through.
And with that, he's... Wait. Who's Durlord 3? For the first time in this footage, Avery's sensor bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse of the name.
We get the name.
This isn't Avery's name. This isn't Avery's
thought we were
skin.
Avery.
Maybe the reason that we got two different stories about where this world came from is because the player we've been watching this entire time isn't Avery at all. But if that's the case, then who is this? The world at the beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was playing on. So what's going on here? If it is Avery on an alt account, why the conflicting stories in the description and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other person?
And where
why
is
are
Avery?
they claiming that this is their world they found? I genuinely just don't know, but the only way to find out is to keep watching as Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself in the village.
These worlds are insane builds, dude. Like, insane. We better get looking. We're gonna have to check every house. Are you crazy? There's no way. Bro, I wonder if you go to original video, if he was sitting there checking. Because it would take ages, dude. I bet he actually went through and checked every house. There must be a quicker way, right? Oh. Anything? I like how every so often he just has a break. Bro, we ain't finding nothing. I was gonna say I would go to the top of the fountain, man. Still nothing? Yeah, go up. No? Or why is it just... I'm trying to get any clues. Why is he just sitting looking at it? There's something in the middle of it? Okay, we found something. Ouch. But there's nothing here either.
It's empty.
Bro.
This village is strange. It's clearly abandoned if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make that obvious, and all the chests and containers have nothing inside of them. There's also an interesting amount of yellow in the carpets, beds, and flooring.
Yellow?
But wherever Durlord looks, he can't find anything of interest.
Okay,
No
so
lead
yellow
on
must be
where
a
to
thing.
go or what to do from here. The fountain and statue in the town center is by far the most eye-catching decoration here, but like we can see, it too is empty. There's no path to take from there. So is this the final area then? The final answer to what's been going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary, anything that might give him a clue of where to look next.
Only clue I've got is yellow, bro. That's it. Yellow and that statue. That statue must be a clue. Okay, where are we looking next? Where are we looking next? Where are we looking next? I did quiet. Where does he sit? What? What am I missing? What am I missing? What? Is that a gate? Oh, is that a castle? What is that? Is there a church? Oh, dude. He uses the boat to not take fall damage. Okay, go. What was it there? Yeah, it looks like a church, right? Go, bro, go. Dude, the music and stuff, the production quality of this is impressive, man. What we got? What we got? What we got? Nothing. Anything? Yellow carpet again, though. He's freaking me out by like how he's just standing about. Nothing again. We found something. Finally. Go, bro, go. You'll look left and right. What is this? Someone's secret, like, labyrinth? Nothing in the chests.
I hate it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good to believe that anyway. The ones who realized it pretend they didn't. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved. The king is coming, Maya. If anything, I wager that their king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care. I just want this to be done with. The sooner I can leave, the better. He's arrived. I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that out. This is exactly what they were hoping for.
The king has arrived? Who's the king?
I'm going. I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it. If you have found this, I implore you, turn back, disconnect, forget about this world. It's not for you. If you've come here, you must be curious. I know you must want to continue onwards. So I know that this is a heavy ask, but please, do not go any further. For your own good, do not.
Dude, we're continuing. We need to see how this finishes. You're crazy. We need to know. I hear some. Where if there's a jump scare, I'm turning this off. Go. What's that sound? Are we back in that tunnel? Are we actually back here? Go. I'd rather go straight than back. Run, man. Wait, are the torches going off behind them? Where now? That's something at the bottom of there, or was I tripping? I don't like how slow he's walking. Or you would not be going this slow. Trippy. Keep pushing, man. Do it. What are with those blocks? They're like missing or... What? The ambience is getting louder. It's usually a bad sign. Okay, go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Into what though? That looks like just a dark void, bro. Huh? Weird. A bit. What is that noise? It sounds like it's coming down on us. Are we just going to keep walking until the point that we're just in an abyss? Like Interstellar, bro. Like we're just lost. And there's no more... Oh, wait. The hell is that? Nice golden gates. What is with the gold? These guys are insane builders, dude. moving. Go inside, dude. We want to know. We want to know. We've came this far. Hearing footsteps. What? What? What's blocked? What's censored? Dude. You're just gonna leave us hanging like that? I'm tripping. What did you are not going to leave us like that. What was censored? Okay, he went the other way. Oh. He made the wrong turn, man. What did he see, though? What did he...
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. 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 And the footage ends. Right there. Durlord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's world. How? It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and Avery found Durlord's old laptop in the storage locker and has been playing on it ever since. But
so what, is it like a full loop?
What is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage? And most importantly, what was behind those gates?
That's what I want to know.
That sensor bar there, that was in the original footage. Whatever is behind that black square was enough to drive probably the smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running for his life. Something that a whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire world has been hiding. A king? What does that even mean?
King.
I don't know what to tell you, but I can tell you one thing. The code at the end of the book, now with this footage, we can solve it. Each number corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. 1 here and 36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the dash. From that, we can get this. Run Avery. It's here. Durlord was giving one last warning, hoping that whatever was following him wouldn't see. But how? How would he possibly know that Avery would find this world? There's no way for him to know who Avery even is. Whatever he saw behind those doors, whatever he knows about this world now, we may never understand. But one thing is certain. Whatever was coming for him is coming for Avery next. This isn't over.
Damn, bro. King. That was insane, dude. That's the first Minecraft one of those that I've seen. But I've heard like a story. Wait, let me check something because it's King and Yellow. Remember, like I said, that's the only hint I'm getting. Okay, I don't know if this is it. This is just me like spitballing, so go with me. There's this. King's Yellow's Curse. A dark and creepy poem about a mysterious and evil ruler named King Yellow. He has a yellow crown, but instead of being a symbol of power, it represents the darkness and terror he brings. His kingdom is cursed, and anyone who enters his castle disappears, never to return. The king himself is an eerie figure who roams the haunted halls with a sinister smile. The poem creates a sense of fear and mystery, with the king waiting for the next soul to fall into his trap. And I'll see you next time, guys. I've been TakePew, and peace, guys.